Hello and welcome back to City Skylines. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Vanilla, and that is both the Let's Play and the city. Today, there have been a couple of small changes to the area that we built in the last episode. Most notably is the addition of the hospital just here. I decided to move it back into the city, away from the this area over here, and I think it looks pretty good. It's sort of a nice, tall building. It's very different to everything else, and it just stands out quite nicely, so I like how it looks in that little spot. It's nice and central as well, so that's hopefully going to be helping everybody out. I also made some changes up at this end. As you can see, the area around the university now has a big avenue going around it, and this is no longer a curved corner here. It is a straight corner. So this is basically all for housing. That's what this is. These empty spaces are all zoned for housing, which can then connect to the university via these pathways and all that stuff. So I'm thinking people that go to uni might want to live nearby, so they'd live in those houses, and it should be pretty good. The houses just haven't been built yet because there is no demand. These buildings here are commercial, and as you can see, slightly on fire, which is less than ideal, but I like how this space looks. I think it looks pretty good. It also ties into my idea of not connecting roads to this space beyond the ones that we have here already, so people can walk to this area. My voice just went really high. They can walk to this area, but they have to go out to the avenue and then in that way to drive to that area. So they're going to be inclined to walk to it as opposed to driving, and that's going to be good. Now, another change you might have already noticed is that this whole space is empty. I did this preemptively for today's episode. I just decided to clear it all out and see what we could do. So, right now we're still at $11,000 per whatever, which is good. We're also pretty close to getting another area here. We're almost a capital city, which is amazing news. But what I want to do today is look into getting a new bunch of offices. And I'm not really sure what way to do that, because what we have here is this very... it's a very rigid grid space. I also think what I'd like to do is just delete you for a second and go and do that, and do that. And then do offices in the corner and the corner as well. So that's all going to match up quite nicely. But what I want to do is get a nice full sort of office section in here. Sort of a, I guess a financial district is what you could kind of call it. I'm just not really sure what the best way to do that would be. I don't really want to split it with another park because we sort of have this big park in here already. So, I mean, I feel like a financial district could go... let's see. For one, let me go ahead and de-zone all of you. So this is going to be how it starts. Going to have to get rid of that as well, so that's fine. That was the power connection for the entire city, but I mean, they'll live. They'll manage. So bulldoze all of these buildings along here. Just every single one of them. All right, so that's that bulldozed. What I'd then like to do, I think, is... I'd like to do that. Bring that avenue across. I don't know that I want it to connect there, though. I'd maybe go under? No, I feel like going under would be a little bit too much, so it's fine as is. Let's go... however many that is, 50, into there, and then connecting there would be a pretty bad idea. Then maybe just connect it there. And we just create this big sort of square financial district. The problem is I don't know that I want it to be a square. I feel like I kind of want it to be... I kind of like the idea of it not just being a big square, you know? I feel like a big square is a little bit boring. I mean, that is, by all intents and purposes, a big square. I can connect straight through like that. So what if I just connect all these pieces for a second, like this? Connect you to there and connect you to there. That doesn't really line up perfectly, does it? Almost did. Almost. I just like the idea of a diagonal district, you know? I feel like it would look good, but I don't know that it's going to be an option, so maybe we're going to have to go with what we have here, with just a big square, and kind of make that our financial district. I guess that works. I guess we'll do it. We'll sort of stick with the design we have, which has all the entrances to the district sort of in the corners. So let's see what we can do. So if I go like this. So go there. So go 10 and... No, that doesn't really work, does it? Hold on a minute. No, maybe go in one. So go 10 and 10. Is that right? I don't know. I can't tell if this is right. So that would have 3 in the corner, and that has 3. Yeah, that's fine. So 10 and 10. That doesn't link across though, does it? Oh, it does. Beautiful. All right, 10 and 10. Oh, because I'm using this same system the whole way around, this actually will work really well, which is brilliant news. Okay, in that case, maybe we stick with the one-way system idea in the inside of this district. Yeah, I like that. Okay, financial district, gonna be real fancy, so it's gonna have tree-lined roads the whole way around. So like that. Then I think tree-lined roads into this district as well. So get rid of you guys. Just like so, and like so, and like so. I also think downgrading this road might be a good idea to be this one. Because I don't think we're gonna need that that giant road the whole way around. So I like that. I'm not a big fan of this connecting the way it does, though. I'm sort of feeling like it might be a good idea to change this little space, because that's going to get real busy real quick. But how would we do it? Would I just disconnect that, or I guess just delete it? Because, again, that whole space is going to be... This whole section's going as well, so... I guess deleting that kind of works. I think in general I'm going to delete these. Just all these connections along here and have them stay on the avenue, because that way these guys can stick around. They have to go elsewhere to get into the city, and this way they're not causing extra traffic, which we really don't need right now. So if I do this kind of thing, what we end up with is a bunch of roads that still work, but they just have to go a little bit further to get to where they want to go, which is fine by me. So that's all well and good. Let's go and D-zone. I'll D-zone another bunch of them like that. Then I'd like to D-zone any of them that are along the road there, and then rezone up to there. So if I do that, and then I don't know what that was supposed to be in there. So just D-zone all of that, and then up to there with high-density residential. So yeah, that way... No, we don't have an electrical connection. I've just realized I'm going to want to fix that immediately. So go from there to there. And that should be fine. I think the electricity might be able to jump the road. I'm not entirely certain. Bulldoze you. Yeah, it did. All right, we're fine. So what we now have is a bunch of traffic that's going to be pushed out to this road, which is fine, because that's how all these guys are going to connect. We have a bunch of ways into this space, which I'm going to have to turn into a district and set an old... This is definitely going to be an old town policy, because this is going to be a very, I guess, wealthy district that you wouldn't necessarily want everyone going right through. Having them on the avenue is fine, so we're not going to have the policy apply to the avenue, but the district itself, the inside part, is going to be old town policy. So there we go. Bring it around to there. We're going to rename this. Madison Square is actually a decent name. It's going to be a financial district. I think Madison Square sounds kind of fancy. So let's see. Do I want my little bit of overlap? I think I do. I think the little bit of overlap between the things looks kind of cool. Then I could do that as well, but I think that's maybe a little bit much. So let's see. If I did a little bit of overlap there and a little bit of overlap just there. We have a nice little square in the middle, which I think I'm just going to turn into a park. So yeah, that'll be good. Let's zone all of this with financial offices, basically. I'd also like to pause and just get this done nice and properly. So that's going to be a bunch of offices. I feel like in the corners I'm going to do some kind of expensive shops. I imagine that's what would be there anyway. I will do some policies to sort of encourage that. So we'll do Parks and Rec boost. We'll do tax relief for offices and relief for high-density commercial. Then I'd like to big business benefactor and old town. So that should be pretty good. That'll hopefully help things just a little bit and make that area quite fancy. Now, can I put a park in there? That's an important question. Now, I can put some children's playgrounds in there, which isn't really what I'm looking for, to be honest. Those are dog parks. I could put a bunch of those in as well. Botanical garden doesn't fit. Oh, this is going to be tricky. I guess a bunch of plazas is going to be all I can really throw in there. Which I guess looks fine. It sort of looks more like the kind of space you would have in the middle of a financial district. So yeah, Madison Square. Madison Square looks okay to me. I quite like it. Let's look at these bus problems we're having. So the buses are the light blue line, actually. Okay. Well, that's very interesting. Move that stop to... Maybe we want to delete the light blue line. I feel like the light blue line needs to be adapted at this point. So, let's redo a bus line. Exciting times. So, I think it's going to start down here. Yeah, we'll start it here. We'll go to there. We'll go to there. Then we come out. And I want it to go sort of beside the university. I don't think it can go there. It would have to go into that district. So then it kind of comes across and to... I don't want it to come back along the same road for sure. So let's see. What way can I do this? I guess have it come in to there, possibly? It's a weird bus line. No, maybe it has to go the other way. So have it come up and go to there. But then it would have to look back on itself anyway. Oh, God. Bus lines! Why? Why are you always so complicated? Okay. Start there. That's fine. Just have one stop in that entire area. Then I'd like it to come across, and I'd like it to have a stop there, which is close to those two stops. I would like it to have a stop there, possibly? Or possibly there. Well, there's fine. Close to those two stops. Then come up and go there. And in the middle and at the end. Then bring it across. I don't really want it to go to this space, just because that space is going to be getting demolished very soon. So then have it come in here and go to that stop. Then into the university, it's going to share that stop. Then go there. Then down into the financial district is absolutely something I wanted to do. So go to there and go to... Can it not go that way? I kind of want it to stay within the district for a second. Then look back and go to there. So yeah, that's exactly what I want that... Why is it going in there? Oh, it has to. No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that I like. So that's our new line. That is bus line 5, which is going to be super, super light. Let's actually make it yellow. A slight kind of yellow color because it's the biggest loop in town. I know I said all my buses would be blue, but these ones are going to be yellow. So we'll also see if this area builds up. I think I might change this area's style. I like the idea of the financial district having a bunch of really modern-looking offices. So I'm going to go for that. And we'll see what it looks like. If it doesn't end up looking all that good, we'll totally replace them, but I just kind of like the idea. I think it could look kind of funky if we had this really just modern-looking square here. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, around this area, I feel like we should have more shops. I also feel like I need to come up with a proper little city center at some point, which we're really not doing yet. Oh my God, that's so many buses. Most of those are returning to the depot, which is there. Oh my God. Yeah, that place being on fire isn't really helping right now. And it's gone. All right. So there we go. There's the buses arriving. All of them going to that stop. Which is good. That's just what you want. All the buses bunching up like that. Oh my God. Yeah, traffic's going to have some trouble for a while. This looks interesting. This definitely looks interesting in here. Hopefully they'll be alright. We do have a little bit of commercial demand, so that's not so bad. I do think we need to look at a city center type area. I really do. I really want a proper little city center type area, so let's see what we can do. Let's... Now, why is the zoning there so strange? If I go 10 and I go 10, that kind of just leaves me 1 in the middle. That's odd. Can I get anything in there? I could get a park. I can get a plaza. Can I get a big park? No. I can get that one. I can get that one. I was hoping I'd get a big park in there. I guess I could do that. Which is just more of that same park we had over there. I don't know. I just want a city center type space. I want something that has just a lot of shops. But the thing is, there's nowhere here that really looks like a city center to me. Plus, with the European style, we're not really going to have high-rise buildings, are we? Even with the offices, because offices generally don't go high-rise. And this whole this doesn't look like a well, it does look a little bit European here. Kind of. It does have a bit of a... It has a very noticeable grid layout, but it really works with the European-style buildings, so... Maybe we lean into that and see what we can do? Maybe we go with a bit of a European commercial hub, because this is... I mean, there's a lot of commercial there as well. I guess that is our city center. It's not really what I planned the city center to look like, but I guess that's the city center. Alright, well that snuck up on me. That's not something that usually happens. Oh, my city center snuck up on me. How did that happen? Well, in that case, I guess what we need to do is, bring some roads off of here. And I'm going to increase the, what way did I do? Oh, we need to do some pathways down between there. I'm going to increase the size of the financial district ever so slightly with some of these roads. So take that one down to there, take that one to there, then leave that gap in the middle. So that's fine. That is not going to be continued that way. And then what I'd like to do is a bit of a pedestrian path just the whole way down to connect to that road, which is fine. And maybe another bit in there, which doesn't really double up. That's fine. Okay. That's completely fine by me. Let's go ahead and extend this district into here. So it goes the whole way across like that. Over a little bit further up to there, and then just delete across that road. Across that road. That one, I think, has got, yeah, the old-time policy, I think, so that needs to go as well. That whole district sort of needs tidied up a little bit. So let's just do this kind of thing. Get rid of any district that is on that road. Get rid of this completely from here. And this is good. So this will now build up with exactly what I wanted to build up with, which is some offices. So up to there, possibly? I guess keep it on the inside. That's probably fine. So do that and get rid of you as well. All right. So that should fill out quite nicely. It gives us some decent space to work with. I do think I'll get rid of this. Maybe put a park in there? No, it's not really going to fit. Well, that's a shame. Would have been nice if the park fit, but apparently it doesn't want to. Botanical garden also doesn't fit. Anything that's going to fit? Not really. Oh, that does, but it's a kid's playground, so that's kind of silly to have in there. That doesn't. That's a dog park. I mean, that's a Japanese... I guess a Japanese garden wouldn't look terrible. No, it's a business. Oh, God, no, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Well, that was a terrible mistake. Let's just put you back, and then let's just put all of you back. Then you guys and you guys, and then I think I'll just put a path down there. Probably the easiest thing to do, so connect to there and connect to there. Sure, that kind of works. Bit of an awkward looking path, that's for sure. Very awkward looking path. But we're gonna have to deal with it, because I can't do anything about it in vanilla, so there you go. I do like this area, though. I feel like I liked it better without these bits. I definitely feel like I liked it better without those bits. I love adding space to my city that I end up looking at and going, actually, it's a bit crap, isn't it? So get rid of those. Get rid of all of this. And you can tell from my nervous laughter that I really don't like doing that. I always feel bad when I do that, you know? It's... Why do I keep saying, you know? It's like every single one of you make City Skylines videos. And I'm just like, oh, you know that feeling when, like, you make something and you finish it and then you look at it and go, oh, it's a bit crap, isn't it? Yeah, that feeling? Yeah, I feel bad when that happens. So yeah, of course I do. Anyway, the point I was making is I feel bad when it happens because I feel like I'm wasting your time. There was an actual point to that. The stupid voice sort of took away from it. But yeah, I legitimately feel like I'm wasting your time, and I don't like that feeling. Let me see. I think I'll do that. That sort of connects around. That's fine. That could connect across. I don't know that I want it to. That can go to there, and that can go to there, I suppose. Then that can sort of be its own little mini district for something. I don't really know what. I guess a bit of shopping or something. Yeah, that'll do. So that's no longer that district. It's going to be its own little thing, which is fine. It's probably also going to need an old sign policy, which is also fine. So start deleting districts from roads, like so. Up to there, and up to there. Alright. So that's its own little thing. Park Heights is a fine name. I realize this district was supposed to be on that road, because those buildings there won't be the right theme if it isn't. So it goes up to there, that's fine. Park Heights is pretty much unaffected by that. And I feel like Park Heights is just going to be commercial. So there we go. Good old Park Heights. In fact, I'm going to take commercial out of this space completely. And I'm going to turn it into an actual little park there. Take that away and take that away as well. Alright, so bulldoze you guys. Then give me some pathways. So I want this to come out to there, go out to there, go to... Oh. Oh, why wouldn't you let me do that? That just seems silly. Okay, well then go up to 12 meters, and then it still won't let me do it. What is this? What is this, City Skylines, huh? What is this supposed to be? Right, so that goes from there to there. And then still doesn't let me go across. Seriously? What height does it need to be? Ridiculous heights is what it needs to be. My God! Never mind. Apparently I'm not doing that. Wow, that's kind of silly. Can I get it to go under? I can get it to go under, fine. Which is weird. Oh my God, cities, sometimes cities. So go to there, then go up. So that connects through pretty nicely. Not really what I was going for, but sure, I guess. Let's do this, then this, and then this. So that's sort of symmetrical. Which means I guess I can do some trees and stuff in here to make it look kind of pretty. So let's see. Let's start with you and you. And let's just maybe line this tunnel, I suppose. Just to make it look a little bit interesting. So it looks like, you know, there's some nice trees about here. I can't really do it at the end of it either, so that's unfortunate. But I guess that looks okay. There's a lot of people using the tunnel, which is pretty cool. Going under the busy road there. A lot of people complaining about water. Interesting that there is actually a strip there that doesn't have any, so let's give you guys some water. And I realized I never got around to doing the cheaty canal last episode. I should do that. Let's see. We need someone to do it. I mean, it's going to be a temporary thing for the time being. But, let's see. So let's just go to over here. We'll do it over here for the time being because it's nicely out of the way and I don't see me doing anything with this space for a while. So, go to there, go to there, go to there. No, hold on. Go to... Nope. Go to... there and go to... No, that's not right either. Go to there and there. So we have this beautiful square, which we're going to fill with unspeakable things. So water pump, I can get one in the middle. I'm probably going to need more than one. Probably going to need a few more than one. It doesn't really matter what I use for sewage outflow, so just a couple of these would do. I mean, it's going to be a horrendously polluted area anyway, so that's fine. So get a few of those, then get me some water pumps, and I am going to need a few of these. Possibly. We'll see. We'll see how many of these actually... We'll see if this many of them work. I'd be surprised, but... yeah, we'll see. I need to space these ones out a little bit better, don't I? So bulldoze. I've just noticed how much money I have. Good lord. I am not spending enough. So there, and there, and there, and... that's not going to work. Okay. I mean, I guess that's fine. I guess that works. Let's link the water pumps together. And then let's link the sewage together. And then the sewage link to the city. But the water pumps don't. So those are going to start filling, and then we need electricity. So electricity really can... no, it can't be that, which is unfortunate. It's just going to be a wind turbine. We'll do 2 of them. So, you guys generally voted in the comments that this is okay. You were okay with this. I'm curious to see if it works. Thus far, it seems to be. If it starts filling up, we're going to have problems, but thus far, that seems to be working. So what that means is I can go over here, and I can get rid of these guys. I no longer need sewage output into the ocean, which is good. So, let's just bulldoze all of that. Let's get rid of that wind turbine in a second as well. So get rid of that. Get rid of the wind turbine. Get rid of the pipes we have under here from where we tested this system. Alright, so that means the ocean should eventually get back to being non-polluted. As for this, I mean, it seems to be working. We have enough sewage. Apparently only a couple of those are working. That's alarming. Why are only a couple of those working? Do we need more pipes? It seems like... why are only a couple of those working? None of them seem to be working. Oh dear. Or maybe they are working, just not well enough. Uh-oh. We might have a serious problem here. Because that looks like it's filling up to me. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm a little bit concerned about this. They don't seem like they're working, those water pumps. You are... I mean, it's not operating. Why is it not operating? I don't understand why they're not operating. Does it need like natural water? Is that what the problem is here? Are they too polluted? Oh dear. I need this system to work. So that would go there and that would go there. Are they even connected? No, they're not. Okay. Well, you go to there. Or don't. So you go to there. You go to there and there. And you guys need to work. Still not operating. Oh my. I might have run into a bit of a problem here with my my cheat. My cheat may not work. That's disappointing. I was so desperately hoping it would. I mean, the plan was flawless. Oh dear, that's gonna flood. Maybe adding another one? You're also not operating. No, you're operating normally. No, you're not. Okay, right. Hold on. Delete these. And delete these. We're gonna just pollute the water. Because that apparently didn't work. So we're just gonna have to keep polluting the water. Which is a bit cleaner than it once was. So we've got that going for us. Let's just get these as high as I possibly can, because I think that's hilarious. So just get them around there. Because again, you just have to imagine the sound effect. You know, the sound effect of hundreds of thousands of gallons of... Oh, dear. Yeah. I think you get the idea. I think you might get my point. So, yeah, that's now disconnected. Let's delete these guys. And let's just leave that water where... Uh-oh. Let's just leave this where it is for the time being. Let it settle a little bit. It'll eventually, hopefully, evaporate. No, that's on fire. That's an issue. A lot of buses, a lot of garbage trucks too. Probably going to want to do something about those garbage trucks. I feel like I don't want that many in one space. But this looks amazing. Look at this. That modern area actually looks pretty cool. So that's nice. I think as a final thing for this episode, for today, I'd like to look into expanding the industrial zone. Just a little bit. Just down this way a little bit. I think that could be kind of nice. Although, I would also really like to get that 28,000 people. And it seems that the only way to do it is going to be industry. So, let's see what we can do. First off, bring that the whole way back. Then let me do some stuff here. So if I go like that, I go like that. So that's 9. So if I go... That's 8. And I go like that. What height are we looking at there? Not enough. So hold on a minute. Put that in the ground. So that's 9. That's 12. So I should, in theory, be able to do that. And then a little short distance. There's a bloody fly in my office, and that scared the crap out of me. 1, 2, 3. What distance are we looking at there? That looks... Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. That looks even-ish. I mean, it's on a hill. That's kind of the problem. So I don't know. That's... Yeah, does it go under? I mean, the train line goes under, which is good. Can I get this to have a nice corner on it? So that would go to there-ish and go like that. So that was a little bit too steep. That would go to there and there. That's fine. I just don't know that I like this bridge, because it is on a hill, isn't it? It goes uphill, so... I mean, maybe we just do level crossing. The problem is, level crossings will cause a lot of traffic. And I mean a lot of traffic, but... I mean, it's doable. If we go like that, I mean, that was... 6, so that's about the same. And that's not, so go like that. And go like that. Can I get an avenue in here that looks a little bit like this? Go to there. Yeah, that's where I want the avenue. Which creates this really unpleasant looking hill. And also isn't even. Seriously? Come on, cities. Yeah, it's not even at all. Good lord. That's peculiar. Oh, that's not just that's not just a fly. That's a bloody big thing. Get the hell away from me. It's just, so I've not got any lights on. I've got a desk lamp on in my office, and the rest of it's completely dark. And this bloody big thing just flew in front of me. It's just a big bug. Oh, that's unnerving. Whew. Not pleasant, I'm gonna be honest. I don't do bugs. Don't do well with bugs. They're just eerie things. They're just really unpleasant. Let's go to there then. Let's hope the bug doesn't get any closer to me, otherwise I'm gonna have to kill it. So that's even. Oh, he's back. Hello. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, I really don't. We have a guest today, apparently, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he's flying about my desk. He's flying about my desk because it's the only light bit of the room. That's why. That's why he's about. Why isn't that being filled in? Seriously? Oh, you know what? Forget it. We're going to do this a different way. So if I fill all that in with some zoning, how can I get this to link? Can I maybe get a road to come off of there at a height that stays kind of consistent. Like if I go to there, now that's kind of consistent, but it doesn't really work. I'm gonna have to go up. Oh, he's back. He's back. Good, good. My gas toast is here again. So where are we looking? We're looking here. So 1, 2, 3. Then to there. Then to there, and then down. I guess that works. It's weird because it's on a hill, but I guess it works. Lets me expand the industrial area just a little bit. I would like to do some zoning in that space, just to fill it out a little bit as well. Then, if I go like that and like that, then the same on this side, like that. I guess that kind of works. I guess I could probably connect it to the highway as well, so do 10 and do 10 and, well, it's not really a highway, it's the avenue, isn't it? But then do 10 and 10 again. And we'll just sort of do this this nice space where we can do a bit more industrial zoning, yeah. That kind of works. All right, bring a road across. And bring a road across. And then fill in the middle bit with some overlapping bits, of course, as we tend to do. All right, so that looks pretty good to me. That seems like a pretty good space to just do a bit of industrial zoning. I also think it might be a good idea to do some one-way bridges here. So that's traffic going in, and this is traffic coming out. So yeah, that'll hopefully help the flow of traffic just a little bit. Hopefully. As for zoning, I mean, it's going to be quite simple. It's going to be that whole middle section. And then it's going to be a couple of bits there. And a couple of bits there. Then the bits on the outside are going to have to just stay as is for the time being, because I can't really do... I guess I can do a bit in the way of zoning there if I did that. But that doesn't really seem... Yeah, that's not really central. That bit needs to go, and... that bit needs to go. I mean, that works for sure. That definitely works. As for zoning here, I mean, maybe we don't... No, that's fine. Leave it as is. I like it. I do. I think that area is kind of cool. It adds to it. We could look at getting some zoning into here from the avenue. That's a lot of vehicles. That is a lot of vehicles. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do an old town policy on this section. This is going to be a part of the industrial zone. Franklin Heights will do for the time being. If I do Old Town, and I connect that to this highway, well, this avenue, what we effectively end up with is a road that links to the industrial zone for traffic that's going to the industrial zone. I think that's kind of important. So if I do that, and I do that, can I get these to link together nicely? Very nearly. That kind of works. I think I'll allow that for the time being. If there's industrial traffic wants to go to this zone, then it can. And if it's traffic leaving this zone, again, it can do that. But other than that, I think that's probably pretty good. All right, that might be a good extension to the industrial zone. Again, that industrial zone might be moving eventually. I kind of like it where it is at the moment. But we may very well end up deciding to move it depending on how the expansion of the city happens to go. So let's just bring that all around there. Bring a bit of that up through the middle. And yeah, I like it. I mean, these guys here, I guess the old town policy doesn't apply to service vehicles, so buses and garbage trucks don't really pay any attention to it. I mean, that's fine. I can get behind that. They don't follow my rules. They don't listen to me. I ain't their boss. I mean, I am, but I mean, apparently they think otherwise. And a lot of traffic seems to be completely ignoring that, which is great. Gotta love that. Absolutely gotta love that. Now, if we could get some buildings in here, that would be just nice as well, because we don't currently have an electrical connection across, and I kind of need one. Someone build in... Oh, there we go. So that helped everything, and beautiful. We have this sort of extended industrial zone. And there's a train going through the middle of it, which I quite appreciate. Okay. I really like how this is coming along. I like the change to this space as well. I mean, we haven't had residential demand in a long time. Definitely haven't had that, but I think that is once again tied to a problem we've had before, which is that all of the residential households we have aren't actually full. So as people move to the city, they're moving into high-density buildings and filling them up before they build new buildings. So that's kind of what's going on there, I think. I think that's how that's working. And that's all right. I mean, if that's how it works, that's how it works. A lot of garbage trucks coming in there. This area is going to get as polluted as this one, but I like this. I really, really like this. I like the trains going through the middle. I think it looks cool. This needs to be drained quite quickly. So let's try doing that for a second. Let's give them a wind turbine. And see if we can get these guys to very quickly just drain all of that water. Because they are functioning, and no, they're not. They were pumping for a second, and then they stopped. So maybe we add another one. Who doesn't have a water pipe. Oh, hello. No, I think they are. Yeah, they were functioning. Okay, that was weird. Well, delete those guys. Delete the canal, and then delete the pipe, and then delete the wind turbine. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to leave it there for today. I am super happy with how the city's developing. I really like this space. I know it's a big grid, but I really do like it. We are having some crime problems, though. We're probably going to want to move the police stations back in. So we'll move the police headquarters. I'm going to actually throw it into Madison Square, because I think that's a pretty good place for it. So I'll throw it, where can we put it? We'll put it there. That seems pretty good to me. So that'll help Madison Square a lot. It's a nice police station right in the center of the city as well, which is quite important. What else do we need? Healthcare is fine. Fire coverage isn't great. Yeah, fire coverage could be better. Let's maybe look into a small firehouse just out here. So there. That'll cover a lot of that space, which will be good. Definitely could be better out here, but I think we're mostly okay. Policing out there is also not ideal. Definitely not ideal. But I think we'll manage. It's generally okay. This area is a little shifty. So maybe putting a police station down here wouldn't hurt. So I'll throw one in there, and that should help things a little bit. Education-wise, universities are fine. We have a capacity of 9,000 at the moment, so that's not a problem. High schools, we need more of those. Elementary schools, we need more of those. And we will absolutely get more of those, just not in this episode. So for today, ladies and gentlemen, thank you kind of for watching. This has been City Skylines and the Vanilla Let's Play Part 8, I do believe. And yeah, thank you kind of for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!